Assalamualaikum and hi guys. So this is the last part of my leadership video, and in this part I'm going to focus on describing some modern views of leadership. First, let's look at transactional leadership. Transactional here comes from the word transaction. You know what do we have in the transaction? Yes, when you give something, you get something back in return. So leaders who use social exchanges or transactions are called transactional leaders. They guide or motivate followers to work toward established goal by exchanging rewards for their productivity. Transactional leaders always use disciplinary power and incentives to motivate employees to perform their best. Meanwhile, transformational leaders are leaders who inspire followers to transcend their own self-interest for the good of the organization and capable of having extraordinary effect on their followers. Transformational leadership styles focus on team building, motivation, and collaboration with employees at different levels of the organization. These leaders pay attention to the concerns and developmental needs of individual followers. They also inspire followers to put out extra effort to achieve their group's goals. However, we must know that transactional and transformational leadership are not opposing approaches. Transactional leaders can address small operational details quickly, while transformational leadership is very helpful in order to build strategic development of a small business. Small businesses with transformational leaders may achieve rapid success through the vision and team building skills of the leader. These leaders produces high levels of employee effort and performance and not relying only on rewards in order to inspire and motivate their followers. So this diagram here shows the four main elements of transformational leadership. The first element is idealized influence. This refers to the way in which transformational leaders give influence within a group. These leaders act as powerful role models and are deeply respected by their team due to the example that they set for others. The second element is intellectual stimulation. Transformational leaders usually create a diverse and open environment within which they encourage others to innovate and form new ideas for the organization and for themselves. And at the bottom there, we have the third element, which is called inspirational motivation. Transformational leaders play an important role in improving performance by working to raise employees' morale through motivational techniques. So usually they are good motivators. And the fourth element is individualized consideration. Transformational leaders also actively work to create diverse environment and supportive environment where individual differences are celebrated. They will try to know each of their followers individually and will happily listen to any concerns or needs of the employees. So these are basically the four elements of transformational leadership. Now, can you think of any leaders who might be considered as transformational leaders? The late Steve Jobs of Apple is said to have the characteristics of transformational leaders. He highly encouraged innovation and creativity among his Apple employees, which is a key element of intellectual stimulation, and he also inspires a lot. The unique working culture of creativity, attention to detail, and beautiful design of Apple was created and preserved mainly by Steve Jobs in the way he encouraged people to be creative and innovative. And I'm sure all of you recognize Stoney Fernandez from AirAsia, and we all know how he bought the troubled company for only RM1 and transformed it into a very successful company. He emphasized the individualized consideration element by paying attention to the concern and development needs of the followers. So employees are regarded as the main priority in the company. Next, we have the very famous view, which is called the charismatic leadership. And you guys always use the word charisma, right? So what does charismatic actually means? Well, several authors have attempted to identify personal characteristics of the charismatic leader. The most comprehensive analysis identified 5 characteristics. Leaders are regarded as having a mission, the ability to communicate that vision, the willingness to take risks to achieve that vision, and sensitivity to both environmental constraints and the followers' needs, as well as behaviors that are regarded as extraordinary. Alright guys, I have explained just now some of the modern views in leadership. I hope you'll be able to understand them, and till we meet again in another video, thanks for watching.